Fantastic Four for the Human Torch? Let me know in the comments below. Right, moving on and moving back to Spider-Man 3. So Spider-Man 3, there have been some rumored, plot leaks basically from Mikey Sutton over at Geekosity, and he's been saying that the actual heart of the movie is going to revolve around Peter Parker and MJ's relationship. So this is something that I'm actually really, really excited to hear. So Mikey Sutton, actually, if you read Geekosity, if you are part of the Facebook group, there is a Facebook group out there where he's been posting all sorts of scoops over like the last couple of months, maybe for a couple of years. I'm not sure how long he's been working in this industry for, but I think the Disney investor call or meeting or presentation, whatever you want to call it, I think that was a big moment for Geekosity, because basically almost all of their scoops were confirmed during this presentation, and it was a really, I think, a really big night for them. It was a big night for us as well, because Fantastic Four was confirmed. There were some things that we'd been alluding to, but then again, I'm not really in this for the scoop game, but it was a really fascinating night as a fan of Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars just in general, and Disney just in general. But anyway, he's been talking about what's going to be happening. So he said, first of all, the burgeoning romance between Parker and MJ will deepen in the movie. Those expecting action from the beginning are not going to receive what they are seeking. Don't get me wrong, the last act of the film, which I will preview below, has the potential to rival Infinity War and Endgame, but anyone thinking that Kevin Feige will take his eyes off the wheel are worrying for nothing. He then said, Spider-Man 3 is going to be similar to Civil War in how it balances powerful character moments with characters gradually introduced into its plot. In other words, it won't be a case of spaghetti being thrown against the wall. At the heart of it all will be Holland and Zendaya. The movie will revolve around their relationship. It's going to be tested here as she realizes how dangerous it is for her boyfriend to be Spider-Man, especially with the world knowing his true identity. The bad guys aren't coming after Parker, they're coming after her. She is his most obvious weakness. This is something that has happened in previous Spider-Man films to a certain extent. For some reason, like MJ, when played by Kirsten Dunst, always ended up being in jeopardy, in danger. But this makes so much more sense because people know now that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, thanks to J. Jonah Jameson's nice little end credit scene at the end of Far From Home. So I think a lot of the film, the beginning, there might be a court case to begin with, where Peter Parker's trying to clear his name. There have been rumors that Charlie Cox is going to be coming back as Daredevil in the movie, and that he's actually going to be representing Peter Parker in court. Excuse me. That will be really, really fascinating if true. I would love to see that. There have also been rumors that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are actually going to be key in getting Peter Parker off and basically throwing suspicion away from him as being Spider-Man. And that's actually something that Geekosity, Mikey Sutton, did write about previously. And he said here, I wrote that the original cinematic Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, will remove Parker's identity problem. He then said that seems uncertain now, as other personnel close to the matter have informed me the solution was part of an earlier draft. Doctor Strange is going to remove people's memories of Parker being Spider-Man, including MJ's, with one of his powerful spells. They added that there will be consequences that which I do not know. So, I mean, to me, this sounds as though he then goes on to say that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield won't appear until the second half of the film, and that it'll be an extraordinary sequence with the trio battling their respective villains. There'll be time travel involved, as well as swinging from one universe to another. So, to me, this sounds really, really quite fascinating. If that is the script, again, he is saying that the kind of the court case thing might not be in the movie. I'm kind of hoping it will be, but again, it sounds to me as though there have been multiple versions of this script, and that certain people seem to have certain versions of it. Honestly, I think I've been thinking this the whole time. If Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield really are in this movie, I think it's going to be a very small sequence. I'm not even sure if they're going to be involved in an actual battle sequence at the end. I I think it to me just sounds too strange. I mean, I don't want to, point any fingers here. As far as this article is concerned, I'm pretty sure that Mikey Sutton's information is solid, but I'm just thinking, this is now my time to speculate. I'm just thinking that if the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man are in the movie, which I'm pretty sure is happening now, they wouldn't have left it so late. Marvel wouldn't have left it so late to try and get them involved. They would have had that done possibly even years ago. The minute Far From Home ended, they would have started negotiations with the pair of them, because they would have known that they're in the script. They're important parts of the script. Being involved in a final battle sequence is an important part of a script. So as far as I'm concerned, if they're in the movie, it would almost be kind of throwaway moments that the movie could do without, that aren't like necessary for the movie to work. I think if they're to be involved in a final battle sequence, the two of them, I think that's just too much, and it's leaving too much to chance. Even though I'm pretty sure anyone would want to work for Marvel, they have been turned down in the past. Joaquin Phoenix famously turned them down for the role of Doctor Strange. That does happen. That can happen. And both actors, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, their experiences of playing Spider-Man, aren't, they aren't completely amazing. Both of them have had bad times, especially towards the end, and they'll remember that. So I know it's a different company they're working with now. Kevin Feige's more heavily, is basically, he's doing not doing everything, but he's the one in charge now. I know Sony is still involved, but I just think it's leaving a bit too much up to chance to have them be vital parts of a final battle sequence. I really do think it's going to be a kind of brief cameo, and I was thinking that's why for me the court scene made more sense, because you could have them be kind of involved in the movie in a way that it's like there's a rip in the multiverse. They kind of come into Peter Parker's, or Tom Holland's Peter Parker's universe, help him out, and then solve some sort of problem, then go back. But then the main two players would be Peter Parker and Doctor Strange. I think that would make more sense as far as I'm concerned. But again, this is pure speculation. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Is this something you'd like to see? Are you excited about Spider-Man 3? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Right, moving on to Patty Jenkins. So Patty Jenkins